Well, welcome to week 4 of Slug to Savage. Well, hey, thanks for joining me on this video. And as always, if you haven't done so yet, would you please go ahead and subscribe to this channel as well as hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future videos. So I'm on this journey of going from Slug to Savage, and this week I'm real excited about an interview I did with Barry Seneri. Barry is a trainer, and he's got a wealth of wisdom that I'm sure is going to impact you in your journey. So go ahead and check out my interview with Barry Seneri right now. Well, hey everybody, what's up? This is Andy here, and I am here with Barry Seneri. What's up, Barry? How you doing?
I'm doing great, Andy. Thanks for having me here today.
Absolutely. I'm excited to be talking to Barry about health, nutrition, and fitness, and of course, your new venture that you have coming up pretty soon is very exciting as well. So the first question I have for you is simply a personal question.
Yep.
Why do you do this?
Why do I do this?
Why do you do what you do?
It's kind of a loaded question.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right.
You know, I do it because my life was changed through health and wellness. I was kind of the overweight kid that would skip school on fitness testing days.
Seriously?
And just never really was part of my life. And as I kind of got near college, I started to make some changes.
Right.
And it really changed my life and built my confidence. I felt better about myself. And that kind of led me to want to do the same for others. And then, you know, probably about 8 years ago, it really hit. I had my son passed away from pediatric cancer.
Right.
And my son never had the opportunity to choose lifestyle habits that impacted his quality of life.
Right.
And so, you know, I do it now because like people don't realize like how much of an opportunity, how much of a blessing it is for them to be able to make healthy lifestyle choices that like dictate their future, you know?
Absolutely.
And so I feel like a lot of people take it for granted. So I want to be able to help walk them along on that journey.
That's awesome. That's powerful too. And so was there a certain turning point? So you said you were kind of the heavy kid, out of shape kid growing up. What was the turning point that just something clicked, or something just clicked and said, you know what, I'm tired of this and I'm gonna start getting in shape, I'm gonna start to eat better? Was there some kind of moment that happened?
Yeah, I mean, I originally was gonna go to college for law enforcement.
Okay.
And I was not in any kind of condition to really like carry that out.
Sure.
And so I started at that point, just started kind of working on my fitness as part of me going to school. And kind of like, you know, as a lot of times happen, plans change. And I fell in love with the industry like through the process of kind of my transition of pursuing that.
So let's talk about the industry real quick. So what journey did you take to become a trainer, and exactly what certification do you have? What training did you do to be able to do what you do now? Yeah,
so once I got through college and I wanted to pursue this, I got my ACE certification. Okay. So that's kind of a nationally recognized certification. That was my kind of first step. And then from there, from the nutritional side, I studied with Dr. Robert Marshall from Premier Research Labs, more on the nutritional front. So that's kind of like what kind of got me really going and learning the industry from that perspective.
Absolutely.
But just living it out, you know, undeniably was, you know, the most profound thing that I could have done.
Because you felt the change.
I felt the change.
You experienced the change yourself.
Experienced the change, you know, and I really feel like you can't effectively coach and teach people unless you're doing what you're asking them to do.
So you weren't born with these abs that you have right now?
No.
You weren't born that way?
Not at all.
So this was work. This is hard work.
This is hard work and sacrifice and dedication and focusing on what's really important.
So what excites you and motivates you when you work with a client? What is it that just kind of gets you pumped up and excited and just reminds you about why you do what you do?
I know, like, if they put these things in their practice, like how much it could truly change their life. And so, like, for me to help them, like, on that journey and see those milestones when they achieve them and just really see, like, the whole dynamic of who they are begins to change. And, like, that's what gets me excited, when people kind of take the knowledge, put it into practice, and see the results.
So this wasn't one of the pre-sent questions, but it just got me thinking about something. What do you think it is? What do you see first when somebody starts their health journey? Like, so this whole video series is Slug to Savage, right? Because I'm getting ready to do a Savage race in May, so that's the title. But it's about stop being a slug on the couch and getting in shape. And I've already noticed just 3 weeks into it what's changed in me. What do you notice from the trainer side one of the first changes you start to see in somebody's life? Because the physical stuff you don't necessarily see right away.
Correct.
So what is it that you notice about them? Is it maybe their personality or their attitude or their, what is it?
Well, I mean, the whole dynamic, like the emotional change that I start to see, just their confidence in who they are. Yeah. And, just the way that they approach whether it's their job or their family life, they kind of start to have a little bit more energy and excitement towards it because they feel better.
They feel better about themselves.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Correct.
So in the other side of that same question is, what are some of the excuses you hear from people who either start it and then drop out or just never start their journey? What are some of the common, I'm sure you hear all sorts of excuses. So what are some of them?
One of the biggest things is like they use their genetic predispositions.
I was born
this way,
right?
Or this runs in my family, or I don't like to do this, or I don't like to eat that, or I don't have time.
Okay. So pretty much every excuse. Every excuse.
My dog ate my key fob for my gym.
That's a new one. That's a good. There you go. Hey, I can't actually get into the gym anymore, so I therefore cannot work out. Yeah. That's awesome. All right. So a lot of people that watch these videos, in fact, just in the last 3 weeks, I've run into a lot of people that I know, and then I've actually had a lot of people message me who I don't know, who are just starting their journey as well. So you got an opportunity with people that are going to be watching this video. What would be your advice to somebody who is just starting out on their health journey, whether they were athletic at a younger age or not? This is where they are now. They've been, not doing anything for a long time. What would be your advice to somebody just starting their journey?
You got to find your why.
Okay.
You got to find your why. Like, why do I need to change?
What's a good why?
What's a good why for me? I'll tell you what my why is.
Right.
My why is I have a 1-year-old as my youngest child.
Yep.
And I'll be 42.
Right.
And I'm seeing
And you'll be 65 when you graduate.
That's what I'm saying. So my why is I want to be able to participate in my kids' lives, my grandkids' lives much more down the road. And so in order for me to be able to do that, I have to start sowing those seeds now.
Absolutely.
I can't wait until that point in time. So
it wasn't just so you look good.
No, definitely not. Just
it's not for you to lose weight because you're in a bridal party somewhere. And so.
Yeah, I mean, you got to really. There may be some short, immediate goals that may trigger you to want to do it, but you got to really find that why.
So what are some of the whys that you hear that right away aren't going to last? Like if somebody comes in and you're like, hey, why are you here? And they say this, and right away that if you don't change your why, you're gone in 3 months. What are some of the whys that are weak?
A lot of times it's I'm getting married, whether it's a guy or a girl.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to be going to the beach on vacation this summer.
Beach body mode.
Or, I'm now single again. Or it's just things that really will waste away over time.
Right. Which, I mean, honestly, gets them in the door at least.
Gets them in the door.
And so hopefully they'll get in the door, kind of in a good way, get addicted to it.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, sir.
About how they feel. All right. So we're talking a lot about fitness, but there's a balance between what you eat and the way you work out. So what is the balance between healthy eating and actually physically working out? Both are important.
Yep.
But where does the healthy eating lifestyle, how much does that play into your overall health?
Jacqueline Lane one time said, exercise is king and nutrition is queen.
Okay.
I actually believe opposite of that. I think that nutrition is king.
Yeah.
A lot of times exteriorly, you can see changes through the exercise side, but what's going on inside? How's your body functioning? How are you nourishing your organs and glands properly? All of those pieces, I feel like people struggle with, even if they are exercising. The nutritional side is just so profound and so life changing. It has to be there.
So there's so many fads out there right now.
Correct.
There's tons of fads. You see it all the time. In 30 seconds or less, what is and I know it's different for everybody, but what is just the common sense stuff of how to eat healthy? Just some common sense. Because like I said, there's all these different,
I can break it down even less than
Okay, 30 there you go. Don't say no Reese cups. Because if so, I'm walking out right now. That's my deal.
Eat foods in their God-created state.
Okay.
I mean, it's just very
natural.
Meat, fruit, veggies. Fruit, veggies, things that are, that haven't been adulterated too much by the human hand.
Yeah. Kind of makes sense.
Really simple.
Kind of makes sense,
absolutely.
Right? All right, Barry. So you've been working out for a long time, right? You've been doing some different things for a long time. What is your personal favorite workout? Well, before the favorite.
Yes.
What's your least favorite one? What's the one that you do that when you see it on the list, you're like, ugh?
My least favorite exercise. I mean,
cutting the grass.
That would, yard work would be one of those.
Got a
but you know,
lawnmower,
it's kind of interesting. Like, this is my profession.
Yeah.
So I actually love this stuff.
Awesome.
And so it's just uniquely, I may sometimes say like, but I love to do it. So there's really none that I absolutely dread.
That's a good answer.
So, I mean.
So what's your favorite one? What's your favorite one? You got to have a favorite one.
My favorite exercise, I love these things down here, these battle ropes.
I like the ropes too.
They're a lot of fun, especially those ropes down there.
So is that your personal favorite one for you?
For me,
yeah.
I would say yes. I mean, I do like using those. They really tax me pretty
What's
quickly.
the workout you put somebody through who you just want to make a point? Like, there's got to be a workout that you're like, all right, I'm putting this guy through this because it's going to really get him in a good way.
Yeah, I'm thinking like sprints and burpees and Turkish get-ups and, you know, like just...
That's awesome.
Anything that I can do to
burpees are
make someone's
those
day
are fun
bad
ones.
for them. They're a lot of fun.
What's the ones you used to make me do? The
Turkish get-ups.
If you're watching this, if you ever see anybody say Turkish get-ups, just quit fitness altogether.
Look it up on Google it. Google Turkish get-ups.
I got good at those.
You got very good at those.
They're not very fun, but they're a great workout.
Yes.
All right, so we are standing inside of a mock studio of a future venture that's coming soon in the Raleigh, Wakefield, Wake Forest area called F45.
Yes.
So why don't you talk to us about it? You were telling me a little bit about it off camera, and it's not your typical CrossFit. It's not your typical gym. It sounds much deeper than that.
It's much deeper than that.
And real fascinating. So why don't you kind of wrap it up by telling us what you all are going to be doing here pretty soon to help people on their journey?
Yes. So F45 is a 45-minute functional training.
Okay. So that's where the 45 comes in. Gotcha.
Group fitness concept.
Okay.
Where we differ in the group fitness concept is we have a lot of personal training oversight. So you get basically a personal training experience.
Yep.
In a group setting that really sets us apart.
Awesome.
We do all functional-based training. So the objective within
what does that mean,
functional-based training are movements that mimic daily activities.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of built towards building your quality of life long-term.
Right.
So F45, it's not we don't focus on one rep maxes and things like that. F45's done a lot of research and says like, as you get older in age, the heaviest weight you may lift is 60 pounds.
Gotcha.
65 pounds, which is equivalent to a heavy suitcase.
Gotcha. Yep.
So they try to build everything, all their programming around building you for long-term function and performance, regardless of your age or your fitness level. It's just about being able to perform better.
Yeah.
And with the group classes, it builds a lot of sense of community and accountability. And so you kind of get to know the person you're, flinging sweat with, and it becomes a lot of fun. And that connection really kind of keeps you a little bit more accountable.
So people show up to a preset series of workouts that you have trainers there basically helping them through that. Is that kind of the simple man's approach to that?
Correct. So all the workouts are pre-designed by the corporate.
Right. Okay.
And we as coaches, what we then do is we then carry it out. Modifying exercises according to a person's fitness level.
Gotcha.
So that's where the personal training element comes into play.
Excellent. And then how many locations are you all going to be having and opening?
So we're going to be opening 2 locations here in the North Raleigh area. Yeah. One in Wakefield and one at the intersection of Strickland and Falls.
Right, kind of North Raleigh-ish.
North Raleigh-ish. Yeah, we'll have 2 locations.
Excellent.
And in the meantime, we got our mobile van going around doing pop-up boot camps for the
community. So how can somebody find out more information about F45?
Yeah, so, first you can go to our website, which is www.f45trainingraleigh.com.
If you're watching the video, we'll put all the links below, so you don't have to remember that. They'll be all below.
Or try one of our free local boot camps.
Okay.
And get a really good taste of what we're about. And our
I think you also have a Facebook page up and running as well,
Facebook pages, Instagram pages.
Excellent.
F45 Training Wakefield, F45 Training North Raleigh.
So we're recording this in October of 2019. When are you opening? When are you projected to be open?
We're projecting our first location in Wakefield to be open mid-November.
Okay, of this year.
Yes, sir, of this year.
And the second one.
Second location, maybe
awesome.
3 or 4 weeks after that.
Good deal. Well, Barry, thank you so much for your time.
Andy, I
really appreciate it, and I love what you do to help people. And so make sure you check out F45 Fitness. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, all right, everybody, I hope that video inspired you. I hope that interview has helped you some way, somehow on your personal journey. And once again, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos for Slug to Savage, and I'll see you again next week on another video.